Hello and welcome to another one of my videos. Now today I want to stay in the UK and take a look at one of these civilian Ration X menus. Now this particular one is the menu D, meatballs and pasta. So let's get this on a table and see what this pack contains. So, as you can see, I now have here on the table this British civilian Ration X self-eating ration pack. This particular one is the menu D, meatballs and pasta, and it's made by a company in the UK called Evacuate, and there's the web address evacuate.co.uk. Now, I said this is a civilian ration based on the military single meal packs. So let's see what it actually contains. Comes in a nice, simple, open Ziploc bag, so it's always useful to have a Ziploc bag. And what does this pack actually contain? So, just grab the contents out, move to the packet off the side there to one side, and straight off the top we have an isotonic drink powder, exotic flavour, made by Ration, European military provider. Again, and Ration vanilla cake, so it's a nice vanilla cake. We have an impressive looking large flameless ration heater made by Hot Pack, so there's an FRH. We have a cereal bar, and this particular one is salty cashew, not one we see very often. There is the powder mill traditional hot chocolate, so there is a hot chocolate drink. We have some mixed boiled sweets. Now these look very much like the ones you used to get in the British ORPs, the mixed boiled sweets. If they are, they used to be excellent quality. They do look very similar to the old school British sweet pack. Here we have the mains, the meatballs and pasta in tomato sauce. Again, it's a wet meal, so it's not freeze dried. We also have a little accessory pack, so I'll have a look at that while we're here. Again, familiar from the British ORP, there's the huge spork. We have some powder milk continental freeze dried coffee. There is a tea and coffee whitener. We have a sugar. There is a tea, a white English breakfast tea, and a anti-bac hand wipe, and there is a second sugar, so 2 sugars. So this is the contents, very impressive looking set of contents of the menu D meatballs and pasta from the Ration X self-heating range. So let's get these out on a tray and see what they look and taste like. So as you can see, I now have the contents of this Ration X menu D laid out on the tray, and one thing I did find which I didn't show earlier was another little packet of sweets, so little jelly beans. This had fallen on the floor, so I managed to find that and put that back on the tray there. So I'm going to start with the things that need a little bit of preparation. I'm going to start with the powder mill traditional hot chocolate and the instant freeze-dried coffee. Now I tried both of these in previous Ration X reviews. I found them to be very middle of the road, very basic, cheap style coffees and chocolate. So in this case I think I'm going to mix the two together and see if that drastically improves them and make an actual mocha. So start with the chocolate. So again, just a relatively small quantity. I think that was the problem last time. It just seemed like there wasn't enough chocolate in there. So it is a chocolate with powdered milk and sugars. And this time I'm going to add the powder mill continental freeze-dried coffee. Like I said, both of these items I've tested previously on my previous Ration X. I found them both to be a little bit on the basic side, so I'm hoping the combination of the two will improve things. So the coffee there, medium looking sized granules. And just for the coffee, I'm going to bring in a US MRE spoon. It does fit the cup a little bit easier than the huge great sporks that come with the pack. And again, to give it its best chance, I'm not going to give it a full cup. I'll give it a 3/4 of a cup, a mug. And a good old stir there. So, now it does look a half decent drink there. So I think what we'll do next is go on to the other drinks. Now we have the Orifo isotonic drink powder, exotic flavour, and on the back there is quite an impressive list of electrolytes and a lot of vitamins in there. If I just hold that there, you could pause that if you want to see the vitamin content in there. Okay, so it does say 250 millilitres of water, mix in the bag and shake. But again, for demonstration purposes, I have a glass, so it's going to go straight into the glass. This is a 300 ml glass, so it doesn't need to be filled quite to the top. Just use the same spoon, add my coffee. I'm sure it's not going to make too much of a difference there. And again, about 3/4 of a glass. To get the best possible flavour out of these things. Okay, so I've pre-boiled the pasta meatballs, so I'll leave those to keep them warm for a minute while I open the rest. We have a cereal bar, salty cashew, again Orifo. We've seen these many times in lots of rations. Orifo supply a lot of European rations, military rations, including the British ORP. We have a Orifo vanilla cake, again Orifo. So let's just bring in one of my old trusty friends just to help open that one. So this is just a plain, simple vanilla cake. A bit of trouble getting it out of the wrapping there. So a nice cake, a little bit of parchment paper, greaseproof paper. So a nice little piece of pound cake there. We also have some boiled sweets, and as I said before, these look very much like the old style British Army ORP sweets, which were very good quality, much better than their modern equivalents that the British ORP have now. They're far inferior. These look just like the good old school ones, so I'll just take a couple of those out. We should just be trying one, but there's a nice healthy bag there. We also have some little jelly beans, tiny little pack of jelly beans. So again, we'll have a couple in the same, so little pack of jelly beans there. So it's nice to have two candies, two sweets. And last but not least, we'll have a look at the meatballs and pasta and tomato sauce. These have been boiled, so the writing is smudged a little bit there. Again, anyone that's interested, there's the calorific value. You can pause and just have a quick look. Okay, so these are meatballs and pasta. Again, look very much like the British Army ORP meals, and I'm sure that's what they are. I'm sure they're based on the British ORP. So nice smell emanating from there. A few meatballs. Let's pour them into a dish just to help keep things nice and clean. Get all of that tomato sauce squeezed out of there. Nice smelling portion. Okay, so let's move those about a little bit. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 meatballs there. Nice big selection of meatballs. So I think we'll start. Oops, we'll stick in there. We'll start with this mocha. So this is the chocolate and the coffee powder mill. A dark chocolate. In my opinion, this is probably the best way of having them both. a lot better with the combination of both the coffee and the chocolate. Personally, I think this would be the way to have them all the while, have the coffee and the chocolate together. Again, not overly strong, just now it's a nice, comforting, coffee, chocolatey drink, but much more palatable, much more acceptable. Take a taste of this exotic drinks powder. Delicately flavoured, quite a tart drink, like drinking lemon juice. You get that draw on your cheeks when you take a sip. Again, clearly no real fruit in there, but it is a tasty mixed fruit, a lot of citrusy fruits, a sort of lemon, grapefruit, orange, possibly a mango flavour, a nice selection of fruit drinks. But again, that's a nice, tasty, flavoursome, isotonic drinks powder mix. I think we shall go straight to the mains now. Take a look at these. I've already counted. There is 10 meatballs. There is some little pasta shells in there. A nice, thick, rich tomato sauce. So let's just have a taste of the shells first. Pasta shells with the sauce. Very much like canned, tinned style pasta sauces. Flavoursome, rich, thick, plenty of salt, plenty of pepper. Some might like the addition of some Tabasco or some other hot sauce. Me, personally, there's plenty of flavour in there, as it is. The pasta is gone past al dente. It's very soft, but with that it's comforting and it's filling. Rather, see if I can just cut one of these meatballs in half using the spork there, so you can get a better look inside them. Excuse fingers. I don't know if you can see inside there. So it's got a grain, a minced beef texture, ground beef texture. Let's have a little taste of one of those. As always, highly processed, but it has got texture. It is not mushy, it is not soft. You do have to chew it. It does feel like a good meatball in texture. Mixed with the sauce. Tasty, filling, enjoyable. 10 meatballs, a lot of pasta, a lot of sauce. Tasty, enjoyable, flavoursome. Nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing wrong with that. Very reminiscent of canned or tinned style meatballs in sauce, but that said, it's still a very good quality, very hearty, very filling meal. I'm certainly going to enjoy finishing that off after this. We'll have a look at the cereal bar, the salty cashew. So it looks like there is cereals in there, nuts in there, there is some fruit. It's very sticky, chewy sort of bar, not a crisp bar. Surprisingly, more salt than I was expecting. It's chewy, you can taste the nuts. There is quite a lot of salt in there. It is says salty cashew, but for me that's a little bit off-putting. I think there's slightly too much salt. A little less and more sugar would be nice, but if you're the sort of person that do like salty caramel, salted popcorn instead of sweet popcorn, you'll enjoy that. Certainly nothing wrong with it. Chewy, tasty, not crunchy, it's very soft and very sticky. But for me, just a little bit too much of the salt. The salt does come through, and with the sweetness of the bar that sort of ruins it a little bit for myself, but many would enjoy. There's nothing actually wrong with it. I would eat it, I would finish it. It just wouldn't be my first go-to choice. Let's have a look at this vanilla cake now. So it's a slab of cake, looks like a piece of pound cake, what we'd call a piece of Madeira style cake here in the UK. Soft, moist, very moist. For a shelf-stable cake, shelf-stable bun, really moist, very tasty, right amount of sugar, not overly sticky, not overly sweet, delicate vanilla flavour. Those in the UK, excuse me, had a big bite now. This is a Madeira cake. Everyone in the UK would know what a Madeira cake is. It's a slab of Madeira cake, very nice, very good quality. For the US fans out there, it is a slightly vanilla flavoured pound cake. Good quality, certainly doesn't feel like it's shelf stable, doesn't feel like it's been in the packet for well over a year. Fresh, almost as fresh as the day it was made. Now I move along, let's just refresh my palate. Take a look at just a couple of these little jelly beans. Obviously you can see all the flavours, all the varieties, so just try apple one. Crispy shell, lots of flavour. Not sure what flavour that one was. Stuck between my teeth, so they're soft, crispy, lots of flavour, stuck between my teeth. That was obviously a dark berry. Which berry I'm not sure. This looks like a lemon. Try the white one. Coconut. So nice, chewy, sticky, crispy shell. Typical jelly beans. Nice mix of flavours, good quality. Getting those stuck between my teeth. Very sticky, very chewy. Now, these look just like the boiled sweets from the bygone era, the British ORP. What they've replaced them with now is rubbish, in my opinion. These were the better ones, if it is just the same. So let's just try one. I think this one must be the lemon. Nice, quite large looking candy there. Straight away, lots of lemon flavour. Firm, hard boiled sweet, but instantly they hit your mouth. The flavour hits straight away. Certainly a lot of oils, a lot of fruit flavours in there. Nice quality, enjoyable, hard candies, perfect sticking top pocket. Pop one in your mouth as you walk along. Very reminiscent. I'm sure they are the old style British Army ones, which they should never have taken out of the ORPs. Nice to see them back in a civilian ration. Another quick refresher. That's the way to go. So, quick recap. The chocolate and the coffee, from previous experience on their own, nothing inspiring, nothing to write home about. Made into a mocha, certainly the best way to enjoy them. The two complement each other. Still not the top quality. I still think the British Army ORP drinking chocolate is the best in the world. But this is a good, decent, dark chocolate flavoured drink with the addition of the coffee. They do complement and make a nice, enjoyable, comforting drink there. Isotonic drink powder, full of vitamins, full of minerals. You've seen the list of vitamins on the back of that packet there. Nice, flavoursome, refreshing, has a little bit of tartness, refreshingness as you drink. You can see the electrolytes still floating on there, the powder's in there. Good quality, enjoyable vitamin drink there. The candies, both excellent candies. The jelly beans are quite sticky. I'm still got them in between my teeth. I'm going to need a bit of a toothpick, but they are good quality. Lots of fruit, lots of flavouring. Same with the hard-boiled candies, hard-boiled sweets. The moment you put them in the mouth, the oils, the fruit oils hit your mouth. Good quality, lots of flavour, nice, firm candies. The meatballs, typical canned style meatballs. 10 balls in there. A lot of sauce. Very thick, very rich, very comforting, tasty. Some people would enjoy some hot sauce. Yes, would improve it slightly, but perfectly edible as they are. Not disappointing without. Good comforting meal. For me, the slightly disappointing one was this salty cashew cereal bar. It's chewy, it's soft, you can taste the nuts. Unfortunately, I think the salt is a little bit too much in this one. The salt sort of overpowers, in my opinion. Again, these are only my opinions. Other people would love that, I'm sure. But again, nothing wrong with it. If this is all you had, you'd have no problem eating it. You just notice it would be a little bit salty. And the cake. Good quality Madeira style cake. In the UK, this would be perfect with some custard on it. We'd love for like Madeira cake with custard. Nice vanilla flavoured, soft, fresh pound cake. Good quality cake. So overall, very impressive, very enjoyable ration. This is the menu D, meatballs and pasta, made for Evacuate. So there you go, evacuate.co.uk. Certainly have this again. Certainly enjoyable. So I'm going to leave it here. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, subscribe and hit that notification button for future videos coming very soon. So thank you and goodbye.